updates. Good morning, Tobago. Wake up with Candace and Denicia. Let's go,
Good morning, and welcome to Good Morning Tobago right here on Tobago Updates. Guys, you know, whenever you see me sitting here, we're going to have those conversations to get your morning started. And we're asking the questions that you want to know. Now, this morning, we're going to kickstart with the new introduction of digital financial technology being introduced through HDC. And this morning, I have joining with me our guests here that are representing the HDC, and they are joining me online this morning. Good morning to my guest. I have me, I'm supposed to have online with me actually Mr. Jerome Campbell, who is from the Divisional Management Cooperative Services of HDC, and Mr. Atiba Pierre, who is the business analyst at HDC. So we're going to have them joining us as soon as possible, as soon as we can get them online. We're going to be talking about the new introduction of digital financial technology that allows persons residents of the HDC project to be able to pay online. Finally, we have a cashless initiative here in one of our government organizations. Now, we know that when we talk about digital transformation and digital innovation, these are conversations that have been happening for a long time. We've been talking about moving towards a cashless society, and this is just one of those initiatives that help us move further into that direction. Good morning, sir, and how are you?
I'm fine. Morning. Thanks for having me.
Good morning. Good morning. So tell the people more about this new initiative. We know that financial technology is a big thing happening globally right now. And as we move towards a cashless society, we are trying to move in an area that makes online payments easier for everyone. So talk to us a bit about this new initiative by the HDC.
Okay, so basically the goal of this initiative is to make it easier for customers to pay the HDC. What we are trying to do is to demystify the way in which customers do business with the HDC. So over the past couple of months, we would have put a system in place whereby we would have looked at our target market, see exactly what challenges they would have had in paying the HDC, and then we would have come up with a package and a new way forward as to how customers could pay. So we would have partnered with TSCT and the other partners to allow us to bring this ease of payment to the HDC.
Right. And one of the things that you guys highlighted is the fact that you know that there are a number of homeowners that have HDC homes that are not necessarily located here in Trinidad and Tobago, or even family members that are abroad that often assist with these monthly payments. Mr. Atiba, talk to us a bit about some of the thought patterns that went behind getting this initiative into play right now.
Yes, good morning to you once again and to your listeners. Well, as Mr. Campbell would have said earlier, the major driving thought factor is the ease of doing business with the HDC. So what we want to ensure is that people not just find it easy, but find it convenient to do business, whether you're here in Trinidad and Tobago or if you are away. I heard you mention just now that people having property interest from outside of Trinidad and Tobago could also access our platform. And it is true. There is a connection, and there have been connections made for people to access via Apple Pay, Google Pay, PayPal, and these other forms of payment. So we are trying to target the diaspora as well.
Excellent. And so I want to talk about moving forward. How is the introduction of technology into the HDC's overall operation going to be improving? What can we look forward to in the future? Now, we have the online payments, but what about requests for maintenance? What about updates on what's happening in areas near you? Based on your current website, how are you planning to improve those things moving forward?
So I could take part of it basically, and Atiba can take the other part. So we have a lot of internal systems that allow us to track when persons make complaints, and we have a similar system that tracks all the work orders that are being done by the estate management department. We understand that customers have a lot of concerns with repairs within the community and within their units, but the two are linked. Once persons make their payments to the HDC is now in a financial position to fix and address all those issues. The two are not separate from each other. So that's why these type of initiatives need to be joined, in that once we make it easier for customers to pay and customers pay us, then it's easier for us to put systems in place and have the revenue and the cash flow to move a bit quicker to address the remediation issues that the customers may have.
Do you guys currently have an HDC app?
So actually, that's a good question. That's something that actually Atiba and I are working on. We currently have a rollout that we are looking at in the next couple of months. But all these things, more ways to pay, the halves launch that we had last year, where persons could have checked the application, update the system. All these things will be on the App Store, and persons on Android or iPhone would be able to access those things very shortly.
Yes, because we know outside of Trinidad and Tobago, there are a number of housing corporations that do have those type of apps, that allow for things like when persons lose their keys, they can make a request for an extra pair of keys. They can see what's happening in the building, giving them notifications that a particular entry might be blocked for the next 2 to 3 days, whatever that might be. Also giving them updates on the status of their contract, updates that their payments have been late. So I think that when we think about digitalization and technology and including that into housing, these are some things that have been done outside already. There's no real need to reinvent the wheel. That we can definitely look into in how we improve our operations locally. Moving forward, I have to be the devil's advocate here. And on behalf of the HDC residents in the different communities, persons might be saying, okay, well, you guys are investing all of this money into this technology, but what is happening with the infrastructural development? Are you guys focusing on one area while resenting or calls for fixes in the basic infrastructural needs that these persons are dealing with on a daily basis?
No. We can walk and chew at the same time. So doing this initiative with technology isn't stopping us from the other aspects, the core aspects of the HGC, which is to provide housing for citizenry. Now, the issue is, though, like I said before, the two are linked. What we have seen based on data, and this is based on data and perception as well, persons believe when they get an HGC home, they don't have to pay. Now, if you don't pay for the asset that you own, obviously the asset will fall into disrepair regardless of what the landlord does. So what we are trying to do is to hold the customers accountable. You need to pay the HDC similar to how you pay your light bill, your WASA, for your TV. Once you get into that momentum and we make it easy for you to pay, that revenue will allow us to ensure that we can reinvest that income into developing these sites to improve play parks, improve the infrastructure, as you said. Because at the end of the day, we need money to do things. And we want to make sure that historically customers had to come to the agency to pay. They would have to come into the physical offices. Now, some persons, although there's the technology, may still want to come in, which is fine. But we want to make it as easy as possible to pay the agency so that we could use those funds to make the communities better. But we are doing both at the same time. Technology and the infrastructure works. Those are being done simultaneously.
Okay, Mr. Atiba, I see you guys also indicated that you would be doing a public awareness and education drive to really educate residents on how to utilize this platform. Tell us a bit about what residents can look forward to within the upcoming weeks concerning the new technology.
Of course. Now, as you mentioned, yes, we are planning to do public awareness, and we feel that this is very necessary because, as you would know, the HGC has had, we have developments in different areas in Trinidad, all over Trinidad, from the rural areas coming to the commercial business districts and everywhere in between. So the awareness campaign would really target these customers, especially those who are in the rural areas, especially those who may find difficulty to come to, centralized locations to pay. So what we want to do is have things like caravans, going out to meet people where they are, as opposed to you coming to meet us. All right. So it will create a more decentralized approach toward operations. So we want to meet you where you are, not just sensitize you, not just give you the information, but we also want to give you the opportunity to pay on spot. So we will put infrastructure in place to allow you to honor your obligations to the HDC where you are.
Excellent. And so I know you guys cannot speak on the behalf of the central government because a lot of what you're doing is concentrated towards housing and the HDC. But what are your predictions in regards to this level of technology being utilized in other sectors and in other industries and within other government organizations?
So we are the first. I'm very happy to say that, and we believe a lot of the initiatives that we are going to put in place based on the instructions of the board and the managing director will keep us as being one of the first state enterprises to utilize technology. What we are hoping though is that we are able to bridge that gap in the perception that public sector moves slowly, or we are slow to adapt to change. Our line of business is connected to WASA, is connected to TNTech, is connected to a lot of different businesses. And all these businesses holistically operate within the same ecosystem. So the hope, though, is that this technology will allow all the other branches and facets that affect housing to coincide in a way where it's easier for the customer to pay WASA, pay TNTech, pay HDC, get information on their accounts, find out when they need to renew their contract. We're hoping that this initiative allows the HDC and other state agencies to move in a more future-centered approach. Because housing is not just we get a house and you move in. There's a lot of different moving parts that affect a homeowner, and we're hoping that this is a move in the right direction.
And so, in the general sense of what is being provided here for the viewers that may have just joined us, the HDC is now providing digitalized technology that allows for residents to be able to pay their bills online, pay digitally. Can you reiterate some of the payment platforms that are integrated into this digital payment system?
Okay, sure. Now, firstly, I want to give people a quick walkthrough of how to access this. All right. The existing AGC site is www.hdc.gov.tt. Once you go on to that site, which is existing and up and running, it's functional and fully operational right now. But the latest addition is the More Ways to Pay campaign, which is what we're speaking about right now. There's a main banner. You look for More Ways to Pay. You click More Ways to Pay, and it will take you to the portal that allows you to pay. That portal will extract the necessary information from you, like your name, your account number, telephone number, email address, and so forth. And then you would be allowed to pay. The payment can take place in different forms. You can pay via your credit card. There's also the option to pay via your debit card facility once it's a chipped card. We also attack the diaspora. We also reach out to you so you can pay from international spaces on your property interests right here in Trinidad and Tobago.
Excellent, excellent. And as you said, we can look forward to more public awareness and education related campaigns. Now, as we wrap up this interview, is there anything that you guys want to leave with the residents of the HDC projects, just Trinidad and Tobago on a whole, in regards to this new level of technology and what we can be looking forward to with HDC's improvements in the future?
I will just touch on two main things. One, please honor your commitment in making that payment to the HDC, whether you're on a license to occupy, rental, or rent-own. Your payment obviously allows the HDC to conduct its business, and it basically would not put you in a situation where we would need to come knocking. In addition to that, if you see something, say something. There are a lot of persons who illegally occupy our premises, a lot of persons who would contact someone who says they work in HDC, who is not an HDC employee, and pay that person for money. We are saying that those things are illegal. There are only certain ways to pay the HDC. More Ways to Pay campaign is one. You need to come into the HDC's office and make payments. So we just want to ensure that the customers understand that we are working with you to make your life easier, but there are certain things we need you to do as well. Pay the HDC on time, and if you see something, say something. If it's an illegal occupant, illegal occupancy, or persons who are engaging in fraudulent activities, contact us and we will take the necessary action.
Excellent. And you said that we can possibly look forward to seeing an HDC app sometime soon in the future. Is that
Very soon.
Yes. Yeah.
excellent? Well, we look forward to that. And hopefully, when that is being rolled out, you come back here to Tobago Updates to give us a bit of a demo on that app. So,
Of
guys,
course.
thank you so much for joining us here on Tobago Updates, your #1 broadcasting station on the island of Tobago. And it's always a pleasure to have you. And it's always great when you see the need to come to Tobago and let them know exactly what is happening and what the future of HDC and many other government organizations are looking like. So, guys, thank you. And
Thank
again,
you.
I look forward to seeing you in the future very soon. So, we're going to go to a quick
Thanks for
break
having
and
us.
we're going to come back with a lot more conversations to get your morning started. See you guys right after this break.
And the vibes is never